It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you for the entirety of the weekend through Sunday. And, well, it's the State 8 here for the men's bracket on day one.
Yeah, absolutely. And wide open field, just as you would expect. And what great storylines we have. A couple of top seeds, favorites coming in, City College of San Francisco, Fullerton College, North and South. But what a great Cinderella story we have as well a little bit later on in the run of Santa Monica College. And it starts here with Citrus and College of the Sequoias. Sequoias, another story here, making their first appearance in the Elite Eight since 2008. So welcome back to the fray, and they'll get things started here against a very, very good Citrus team.
Yeah, Citrus, a team that wants to outwork you, not only on the court, but off of the court in preparation. They're going to hustle. They're not going to be outworked on the floor, and you're going to have to execute to beat them.
Yeah, a third-year coach, Brett Lauer, and they come in. It's a fast-paced team. They're going to pressure you on the defensive end, look to get out and run. They're among the leaders in the entire state in three-pointers made and attempted. So they're going to try and push an up-tempo game on you, starting with sensational guard Josh Caston, who's coming off a monster performance in round 3 with 48 points. We'll have more on that, of course, as the game goes on. But it's an explosive team, and Caston really makes it go.
Yeah, and for Sequoias, they're going to want to bully you. They got a lot of size down low. They're going to want to control tempo, control pace, and they're going to need to do exactly that if they're going to upset Citrus here on day one.
Yeah, it's fascinating when you look at College of the Sequoias. A very formidable front court. They execute very well, and it starts with a very good backcourt with Bobby Santos and Kashawn Gibbs. A lot of pressure on them today to take care of the ball and also initiate this offense.
Back in a moment with the starting lineups here, day one, game one. Sequoias and Citrus up next.
welcome you back to Ventura College quarterfinal number 1 in the 3C2A men's basketball championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Men today, women's quarterfinals tomorrow, semifinals Saturday, finals on Sunday. It's going to be a great weekend, Michael. Can't wait, and it all starts here with a matchup of Citrus College and College of the Sequoias. As you take a look at the starting fives for each team, Citrus in the backcourt, Toby Okuke, Josh Gaston, and Trevon Watts-Hale, Sam Gagliardi up front, along with Alex Cartwright. Meanwhile, for College of the Sequoias, Bobby Santos, Keyshawn Gibbs in the backcourt, TJ Javance, along with Mike Johnson at the forwards, and TJ Forsythe in the middle. We are underway. Santos into the front court. Sequoias in the road blue jerseys. The Owls, the 2 seed in the South, in the gray. This is Gibbs, picked up by Gagliardi in a switch. The scoop shot around and out, and the rebound out to Caston.
Good job on the opening possession defensively for Citrus, making the offense start well out in front.
This is Caston, the leading scorer for the Owls. The leaner is short, and the rebound off to Gibbs. A little contact on Caston, but no call in the first minute. Santos, checked by Watts-Hale. Javance driving on Gagliardi, off the glass, no good, and Cartwright flies in for the board.
Let them play a little early, a little contact on that one as well, but you have to adjust as a player.
This is Gagliardi off to Caston. It was Gagliardi who led the team in scoring for much of the first half of the season before Caston took over. The pass off of Forsythe and out to Gagliardi, who airs it from 3.
Yeah, and maybe some early jitters from both teams here, and you expect the first team to settle in and go on a bit of a run.
Well, with the exception of the Ventura College Pirates women's team tomorrow, these teams, I don't believe anyone has played here this season, certainly on the men's side. So this will be a new environment. Javance forces one up, and a late whistle and a foul called.
Nice job by Javance.
Javance will head to the line. The foul goes against Okuke.
Okuke, 6'1" freshman out of Rancho Cucamonga. Decided size disadvantage in the matchup versus Javance.
Javance shoots just 41% from the line on the season. He readies the first free throw, and it's up and good. Sequoias punch their ticket. winning on the road back on March 9th at San Joaquin Delta, an 8-point win. And Sequoias make their first appearance in the Elite Eight since 2008 under longtime head coach Rusty Smith.
Big Daddy.
Hard drive, shot off the glass, no good. Cartwright tries to tip, but it won't go. And the rebound out of bounds, it'll stay with Citrus. So Okuke gets to the glass but can't convert, but the Owls will get another opportunity. Long three for Gagliardi, that's good. Well, you could just feel that, Michael. A little jitters on the first shot, and that time Gagliardi with his feet more under him.
I think he has it figured out.
And he nails the triple. 3-2, the Owls in front. Santos, a pressure defense as the Citrus bench gets into it. Forsyth backing down on Cartwright. Kicks it back outside to Gibbs. Shot clock at 11. Gibbs into the lane, back outside. Johnson will try for three off the back iron. Rebound batted around and controlled by Trevon Watts-Hale. Watts-Hale checked by Santos. They get it to Caston. Caston around a high screen from Cartwright to the rim, lays it up and in. Cartwright with the high screen, and Caston ends up all alone going to the basket. 5 in a row for Citrus and a 5-2 lead. Santos working against the pressure, off to Javance. Gibbs. Gagliardi on a switch. Gibbs, hard drive into the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound, batted around, and again, Trevon Watts-Hale. With the rebound for Citrus, they'll come down looking to extend on a 3-point lead. Okuke off to Caston. Caston gets a good screen from Cartwright. Shot clock at 15. Caston, one-on-one, pulls up from 14 feet and hits. 48 points in the round 3 victory for Josh Caston. He's got 4 in a row here, and Citrus has the 7-2 lead. Timeout on the floor. 16:21 to go in the opening half, and quarterfinal number 1. The 3C2A Men's Basketball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Sequoias will work at the length of the court. The Owls on a 7-0 run and taking an early 5-point lead. Gibbs off to Johnson. They work it around to Gibbs again. They want to go down low to Forsyth. He's quickly double teamed. Now they drop off Forsyth. Hard drive, left-handed hook won't go. And the rebound off to Elrod, who's checked in. Jesse Elrod on the floor for the Owls, replacing Cartwright. Caston again pulling up, around and out. Santos has the rebound. Quickly ahead to Johnson, in on Elrod, in the lane, and the soft shot goes.
High degree of difficulty, the Euro step fade away off of contact.
So Mike Johnson with the bucket, and that breaks the 7-0 Owl run. Back outside, Elrod for 3. The high arcer won't go long. Rebound out to Forsyth.
It's a good look for Citrus.
And that's a play they like to go to. Saw some highlights of Citrus College, and Elrod can shoot from that range, working off the high screen. Caston puts so much pressure on you defensively. A drive and a push. Javance fouled. This will go against Elrod.
Citrus defensively really testing their boundaries here. And a couple fouls early, and first one's on the board with them. But you get the sense that they're going to be up in Sequoias, and they're going to have to adjust. And for a team that likes to dominate physically, you wonder how that might affect their production.
Meanwhile, Colby Orr and Psalm Maduakor check in for the Owls. Brett Lauer has the advantage of a deep bench. Shot in the lane from Gibbs is no good, and a foul on the rebound. This should go against Forsyth. First on Forsyth, and the Owls get it back. You know, a bench, obviously a deep bench, an advantage in a lot of ways, but you have to think, particularly in a format like this will be 3 games in 4 days. It's going to be more of a challenge for the women who play tomorrow. They'll have to go 3 games in 3 days.
Shorter turnaround for sure.
Or starts a drive on Javance, but Forsyth able to rip it out. Turnover gives it back to the Giants, who trail it by 3. Meanwhile, Holmes has checked in, Dwayne Holmes, at the controls for Sequoias. They try to lob it down low to Forsyth, and the turnover, and maybe one of the first pressure-induced types of turnovers, even though not on that particular play, but it has a way of wearing you down, and that time just too much on the pass.
Forsyth down low, and he's got to do a better job of establishing position. Obviously, the pass needs to be better.
Caston has that one blocked by Forsyth.
Good job by Forsyth going straight up defensively. These are 2 very well-coached teams, and it's a matter of execution. Citrus has found their legs a little early.
Javance, checked by Orr. That's a size advantage for Javance. Now they switch. Johnson in some trouble, gets it back to Javance. Shot clock at 7. Holmes, way downtown. He'll take the shot, missed everything.
Got nothing but net, but unfortunately didn't go through the basket.
Sequoias a struggle right now in the half-court set. They didn't get much going on that possession. Eventually had to settle for a 25-footer from Holmes. The winner of this one will meet the winner of Game 3 today. City College of San Francisco and Santa Monica. That'll happen on Saturday.
CCSF making their annual trip to the state finals.
Yeah, they booked the hotel room in advance.
Well, they're able to save on rates that way.
Orr tries to double pump, and the ball out of bounds off of Citrus. Good interior defense for Sequoias, and they force the turnover. Savion Johnson into the game for Sequoias, along with Gerald Holmes. So both teams going to the bench. Gibbs spins into a double team, tries to feed it out to Forsyth, but it's Gagliardi who wins the ball and scoops it in.
It's nice play by Forsyth defensively. He gets back and he tries to really disrupt that shot, but Gagliardi just too fast getting to the rack. But important for Forsyth, not picking up that foul. Very important to what Sequoias wants to do.
Yeah, playing with 1 foul already. Forsyth, Johnson, they work it around to Holmes. Shot clock down to 9. And Johnson traveled.
Yep.
Well, right now the Owl defense is the story. The College of the Sequoias struggling to get something going offensively. 9-4 the score with 12:35 remaining here in the opening half. Orr walks it over the timeline. Cartwright has returned for Citrus. Gagliardi pulls up from the elbow, shot around and out. Cartwright trying to keep it alive and does.
Great effort.
Second chance opportunity for Citrus as Orr directs traffic. Stutter step from Orr, looking for the pass around to Akuki. Full try for 3, long rebound, out to Holmes. Holmes into the front court, no numbers. And Holmes will back it out. Gibbs with the shot clock at 10. One-on-one on Orr into a crowd, off the glass, and gets the roll. Keyshawn Gibbs, who averages 16.3 a game to lead College of the Sequoias. That's his first 2. 9-6. Orr, again with a little hesitation. Shot bothered by Forsyth, and Holmes with the rebound. Off to Gibbs, into the lane, outside Johnson, open three, and that's off the glass and good. Not sure he called it, but Johnson gets the 3 points. Quick 5-0 run, and College of the Sequoias has pulled even. Akbuke will try again for three, that's good. Toby Akbuke shoots just 16% from three-point range. That's not really his forte, but takes a couple in a row here and hits one to give Citrus the 12-9 lead. Holmes picked up by Gagliardi. They've got the mismatch down low with Holmes. And Holmes traveled. Double team from Cartwright might have bothered Gerald Holmes somewhat. Turnover for Sequoias. Gives it back to the Owls, who lead it by 3. Caston. Long shot, rimming no. And a rebound to Sequoias as Javance hands it off to Holmes. Gagliardi with the overplay. Javance to the rim and lays it in. Gagliardi gambles on the steal, but it's Javance. He comes up with the ball and then drives hard for the hoop. 12-11. Rookie around the screen. They find Gagliardi for three. That's good. Gagliardi with 8 to lead all scorers. It's his second three here in the early going. And Citrus back out in front by 4, 15-11. Much of that first part of the season, it was Gagliardi. Offensive option number 1 still comes in, averaging a little over 13 a game. Gibbs warding off Caston. Goes glass, missed it, but Holmes on the offensive boards. Holmes with position, missed the layup. Rebound tapped around. Javance keeps it alive and lays it up and in. Board work from College of the Sequoias. Second and third chances, and it's Javance, who now has 4. He gets the bucket. 2-point game. Whistle off the ball. This will go against Gerald Holmes of College of the Sequoias. Non-shooting foul. The Owls will bring it in near side. Working it from right to left here in the first half. Citrus, after an undefeated conference season in the Western State East. Home court advantage and their run through the playoffs. A round 2 victory against Cuesta as Elrod hits from long range. Jesse Elrod is the 4th three-pointer for Citrus as advertised here in the first half. As a team, they average a little over 10 threes per game made. Got to lob it. Forsythe with good position inside, but he missed the layup. Watts Hale trying to keep it alive. Can't do it. It'll stay with College of the Sequoias. We had a good look at Cuesta College in a win over Pasadena on the road in round 1 of the playoffs in Southern California. And Cuesta looked very good, shot the lights out in a victory over Pasadena. But then in round 2, they ran into a buzzsaw at Citrus. Citrus raced out to a 36-point lead at the break en route to a 95-58 win in the second round. It just shows you how explosive this team can be. If they get things going, foul on the rebound. This is going to be Gibbs. No, it's going to be Mike Johnson. So Johnson with the foul. It's his first. And the Owls have another chance. They'll bring it in baseline right. Elrod catch and shoot right to the key. Elrod has hit 5 straight. 20-13. The Owls with their largest lead at 7, and they're going to get it back. Turnover in the backcourt. More struggles against the pressure defense of the Citrus College Owls. Rusty Smith wants a quick huddle. Let's see if he can settle his guys down. I'll take a timeout. Full timeout, 7:46 to go in the first half. Citrus leading College of the Sequoias 20-13, quarterfinal number 1 in the 3C2A Men's Basketball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Citrus with the basketball, leading by 7. Pass too high, and Trevon Watts-Hale will retrieve it in the backcourt. Citrus keeps it. Shot clock at 25. Watts-Hale dancing on the dribble. Pull-up shot from 15. Rimming, no. Rebound to Forsythe. More pressure in the backcourt, but Holmes able to beat it. Meanwhile, Roy Salinas checking into the game for College of the Sequoias. Feeds it down low to Javance. Reverse layup is good. Boy, TJ Javance with 8 in the game. And right now he is keeping College of the Sequoias in it. Caston around a high screen. Back out, Elrod catch and shoot and 1. 4-point opportunity for Jesse Elrod. And perhaps as significant is the second foul on Forsythe, who overcommits. A little lean in, and Elrod with a chance to make it a 9-point lead, and Forsythe with 2 fouls is going to head to the bench.
Yeah, forget salt in the wound. That's like throwing an ice pick in the wound.
Elrod's free throw is up and good. Jesse Elrod heating up off the bench. He's got 9 points in the game. That leads all scorers. Garrett Shelton into the game. Drops it off for Bobby Santos. So Santos and Shelton, along with Salinas, Johnson, or Javance and Holmes on the floor for College of the Sequoias. Good rebound in traffic for Maduacor. The Owls have the 9-point lead and the ball. Caston splits a double team, lays it up and in.
Great screen by Elrod out front to set that up.
Caston with 6. The Owls go to the full court pressure. The lead swells to 11 for Citrus College. Citrus comes in having won 13 in a row, 18 of their last 19. Santos off to Javance. Backing down on Watts-Hale. Hook shot, no good.
Great move.
Rebound to Trevon Watts-Hale. Colby Orr.
It's 26-24, or 26-15.
Elrod will try again for a 3.
Scratch that. 29-15.
14-point lead for Citrus as Elrod is into double digits with 11. Should say 12 points for Elrod. And Mike, that's the play they've been going to over and over again. Elrod sets that high screen, takes that shot out front right around the top of the key, and guess what? He can knock that shot down.
Yeah, you have to make the adjustment. If you're Sequoias, this is a good shot for them.
Salinas buries it from long range.
I thought Salinas was fouled on his previous attempt. No call made, especially after the Elrod 4-point play.
And that stops the bleeding. Gets it to 11.
Good hands.
That ball stripped out by Salinas. Santos working on Trevon Watts-Hale. Back outside Salinas. Heat check from long range. Around and out. And Elrod has the rebound.
Well, you look at the way the Owls play, they're not going to blow you away in the layup lines, but they're just so good at executing the basketball, and offensively, defensively, travel.
Yeah, Maduakor gets his own rebound, goes back outside to Colby Orr.
Offensively, they're just really good in what they do and what they want to do. They have a sense of identity. Everybody knows their role, and defensively, there are very few lulls defensively. Sequoias is really working for every point that they put on the board, and down by 11 right now, and it could be a bigger lead. Citrus has had some good looks not go in.
Well, is there anything much scarier than a team that wants to pressure you on defense and bomb it from long range? Because if they get things going, doing something like that, they could put up points in a hurry.
Yeah, we're going to see that in our next game, Chaffee and Fresno City.
Gibbs, checked by Gagliardi. Shot clock at 9. Gibbs, step back 3, foul on Gagliardi.
That's a bailout foul and a bad foul by Gagliardi, just rushing into the offensive player, stepping into his landing zone, and that's a very alert play by Gibbs.
If it's not a hard call to see, I think you've really overcommitted on defense. And Gagliardi, it's entirely too much contact. That really ends up being a fairly easy call.
And it's really a bailout call because it's not a particularly a great shot there by Gibbs. Very bad set offensively for Sequoias. There was no movement off of the ball. It was just Gibbs one-on-one, and he jacks up a shot, and luckily he was fouled.
1 out of 2. One more coming. 79% foul shooter, Keshawn Gibbs, the leading scorer for the Giants on the season. There you see 4:10 to go here in the first half. 29-19 in College of the Sequoias right now, just trying to weather the storm, I think, Michael, and get to halftime and see what kind of adjustments they can make. Caston with a little look back to the bench. Around a screen, comes up shooting from 17 feet. That's good. Boy, you have to be so fixated on Elrod right now, the way he's shooting. And Caston ends up with a pretty good look.
Well, 48
down.
His last time out. And you look at his game, he's got the entire package. He can get to the rack. He's got a great mid-range game. He can shoot it from deep.
The follow won't go. Boy, a couple of really tough rolls for the Giants as Gibbs, first shot, around and out, and then Holmes had a good look at an offensive rebound, couldn't get that to go, but College of the Sequoias keeps the ball. They'll bring it in, baseline left. Salinas will trigger.
Speaking of Chaffee, we just saw Coach Jeff Klein in the shot. Well, hey, everybody, if you have some friends and family who want to watch this game live, this is also going to be archived on YouTube, but if you have anybody that wants to watch this, www.socalcollegesports.com. We'll have those players up on our website and also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can share via social media. You can share via text. Take advantage.
Foul on Forsythe, and that is number 3. Forsythe tries to drive from about 20 feet out on Elrod, and it was Trevon Watts-Hale getting into position. Talk about taking one for the team against the big man, but Trevon Watts-Hale draws the charge, and now Tristan Forsythe with 3 fouls. Caston all alone, tries for 3. And the air ball out of bounds will give it back to College of the Sequoias.
Well, a player that just, he's off of a recent 48-point performance. You figure he's going to have the green light from pretty much about anywhere, but at the same time, you got to do a better job in terms of establishing flow each possession.
Watts-Hale a near steal, but Gibbs able to come up with it. Over the line. Now the Giants will set up. Caston guarding Gibbs, and he picks up the foul. That's his first. Yeah, Sequoias, 6 turnovers in the first half, and with 3:06, yeah, it doesn't. That stat doesn't quite tell the whole story. And the Owls able to be very disruptive on the defensive end in general, en route to this 11-point lead.
Well, not 6 turnovers, but really the more telling stat in terms of percentages: 30% from the field, 7 of 23 on field goals.
Double pump from Gibbs, no good, and Elrod up for the rebound. Maduacore dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds, so the Owls now with 4 turnovers here in the first half with 2:44 to go, and I think Maduacore saw a possible dunk in his future there as he headed into the lane.
Yeah, similar to when a wide receiver takes his eye off the ball.
Dangerous pass, and Gagliardi going for the steal, and he picks up the foul instead. And that should be the 7th team foul, so that should be a shooting foul, a 1-and-1 possibly for Gibbs, unless, well, maybe the scoreboard's a little quicker. Looks like that's number 6 on Citrus as a team.
Yeah, 1 more.
Meanwhile, for Gagliardi, that is his 2nd foul. So perhaps a decision for Brett Lauer. And he has already taken Gagliardi out with 2:32 and counting remaining in the first half. Salinas on the wing. Santos for 3, that's good.
Good rhythm shot. Pretty good defense there. You have Watts Hale coming off and challenging, but a better shot and a better execution of offense by Santos.
Bobby Santos with his first 3. 31-23. Well, here are the Giants hanging around within 8. Caston on the drive, fouled before the shot, I'm going to say. Gibbs with the foul. First on Gibbs, 6th on College of the Sequoias as a team. Devon Watts-Hale out to Elrod. Maduacore, good fake, hard drive. Holmes on the double team and the foul called. Looked like they had Maduacore in some trouble, but Holmes fouls him. Non-shooting foul, so it's a 1-and-1 for Psalm Maduacore. Free throw up and good. Maduacore, an excellent free throw shooter, 86% on the season, averaging 11.8 points per game, and Saul Maduacore has moved in and out of the starting lineup throughout the season. Hits both free throws, 33-23. And a whistle, and College of the Sequoias will bring it in on the far side. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Official timeout. I don't know if they had started the shot clock.
Into Gibbs. Shot clock at 14. Santos on the clear out, driving on Watts. Hale reverse layup is good.
Obviously, you're going to need more of that. That's a nice job by Santos, and he has 5 in the last couple minutes.
Trevon Watts-Hale unable to stay with Santos, who's got 5 in the game. Akwuke in the lane, gets the roll. Toby Akwuke pushes it back out to a 10-point lead.
Great job of getting to the rim, and that's a little bit too easy in terms of getting to the rim from Sequoias.
Watts-Hale with the near steal. Again, they clear out for Santos. This time Watts-Hale still with him. Fade away 3, rimming no. And the rebound out to Akwuke. Under a minute to go.
Tough shot.
Akwuke pulls up again from long range, around and out. And the rebound out to Holmes. Well, we talked about Caston having the green light, and it looks like Akwuke has the green light as well.
Both players
3 in the first half from long range.
Both players just so adept and very similar in terms of their style of play. I think a little bit more wiry for Caston.
Santos And then a foul off the ball against College of the Sequoias.
Javance, I think.
Yeah, Javance pleading his case. For Javance, that is his first foul. And now no shot clock. 27 seconds remaining here in the first half, and the Owls with the 10-point lead. And they can play for the final shot. Caston content to let the time run down. Now he starts to work. 10 seconds. Elrod again for three. That missed everything. And out of bounds. 4.7 to go. Boy, that's the shot, exactly the shot you want, really, for Elrod. But it looks like he didn't quite have himself together for that one.
Well, I think Sequoias has made the adjustment. They're not going to let that be an easy shot. And that was a well-contested shot, but good execution for the Owls again to get Elrod open.
Gibbs, hard drive down to 2 seconds, into the lane, scoops it up, no good. No foul, shot no good. Halftime here in quarterfinal number 1. Citrus leading College of the Sequoias 35-25. It's the 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championships all weekend here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Set to get underway in the second half. Citrus College leading College of the Sequoias 35-25. First men's quarterfinal in the 3C2A men's basketball championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Owls will have it to start the second half. They were led by Jesse Elrod with 12 points in the first half, 8 points each for Josh Caston and Sam Gagliardi. Trevon Watts-Hale, skip pass across off the hands of Caston, and a turnover gives it back to College of the Sequoias. The Giants were led by TJ Javance with 8 points, Bobby Santos with 5, Keyshawn Gibbs with 4. Tristan Forsythe, the most notable in terms of foul trouble on either side. He's playing with 3 fouls for College of the Sequoias. He is out there. Javance at the top of the key. Still holding, looking for Santos, and Watts-Hale to the ground for the steal. Transition the other way. Cartwright lost the handle, but he gets it out to Caston. Skips it across. Gagliardi for 3. Rimming no. Rebound to Forsythe in a crowd.
And really, when you talk about Sequoias, they're just getting outworked. You see Citrus doing so much work defensively, and they're very cohesive as a unit. You know, everybody's in the lanes, pressure, and Sequoias just hasn't really adjusted.
Javance to Forsythe. Shot clock at 7. Good pass down low. Javance hangs in the air and scores.
Now that is a great adjustment in terms of execution, handling the pressure, and then a great pick to set up that layup.
TJ Javance with 10. 8-point lead for Citrus. Gagliardi around a Cartwright screen. Pulls up from 15 feet, rims high, no good. Forsythe cleans the boards again.
Citrus a little cold here out of halftime. They were on such a roll going in, but defensively, that never stopped. So that's still good, but offensively, a little stagnant right now.
And College of the Sequoias finding a way to hang around within 8. Again, down low to Javance and a travel. Couldn't field the pass cleanly.
That's a result of the pressure.
Giants struggled from the floor, shooting 32% as a team in the first half. See what kind of adjustments Rusty Smith and his staff make at halftime. 8-point game. That one poked away from Caston. Shot clock at 13. Caston will bring it in, foul line extended. Trevon Watts-Hale will try for 3, no good. Long rebound out to Gibbs.
Just too good of a look there for Watts-Hale, and some of those start going. Instead of hanging around, you get it blown out real quick.
Javance comes out up top. Shot clock at 16. Forsythe drives the lane, scoops it up and scores.
Great job of isolation one-on-one, and Forsythe showing the ability to put the ball on the floor.
Playing with 3 fouls. He picked up his 3rd foul on a charge in the first half on a similar drive, but that time no one there for Citrus to take a charge. A foul by Mike Johnson, meanwhile. His 2nd. First on College of the Sequoias here in the second half, and you look up, Michael, and it's a 6-point game.
Talk about Sequoias wanting to establish pace, and they want to dictate what's going on, but the pressure has really gotten to COS. And what really bothers me right now, and I know it definitely bothers Rusty Smith, head coach for COS, is that when they're denied and fronted in the post, they just give up. And they need to move back and reposition themselves to win position down low and get in front of the defender.
Caston's jumper won't go. And here come the Giants looking to cut into the 6-point deficit.
And that time, Javance does exactly that. What does he do? Okikwe, he does not do a great job of getting around and using his feet. So when you put the pressure on the defense, you flip the script, and now you get a foul called in your favor.
2nd foul on Akuki. And he checks out along with Trevon Watts-Hale. It's a tough one. Colby Orr on for Citrus. They lob it looking for Javance, but it's off his hands and off to Gagliardi. Foul in the backcourt, and Javance with his 2nd foul. That's an unfortunate foul for TJ Javance because I think he's trying to get out of the way of Colby Orr there. Yeah. And a good heady play, I think, by Colby Orr initiating that contact. He's got Javance out of position, and he gets the foul call. First team foul, or I should say 2nd team foul on College of the Sequoias here in the second half. Orr thought about a long 3. Kicks it out. Gagliardi will try for three. Splash. Sam Gagliardi, 3 threes in the game. He's into double figures with 11. And just when College of the Sequoias starts to make a little run, a Gagliardi 3 pushes it back out to 9. Near steal, but Gibbs recovers. Forsythe driving on Elrod, forces one up, gets the roll. Well, you have to be impressed with Tristan Forsythe. Couple of rebounds, 4 points here in the second half, all playing with 3 fouls.
Still the lead 7 for Citrus, 38-31. We'll get that score changed for you shortly.
In the corner, Caston pulls up from the foul line, no good. Back tap on the rebound, out to Orr. Second chance for the Owls. Gagliardi, good pass outside. Elrod's 3 around and out.
It's funny, they can't get the easy ones to go, but the hard ones, no problem.
Halfway down for Elrod. Gibbs driving on Gagliardi, blocked by Elrod. It'll stay with College of the Sequoias. Shot clock at 21.
Nice job defensively by Elrod coming over. Get it out.
You look at the replay there. Again, they try for the back door to Javance. And a kick ball. It'll stay with the Giants. 38-31. 7-point lead for Citrus. 2 seed in the South. Johnson, 4-3. Mike Johnson from distance. 38-34. College of the Sequoias creeps within 4. This is the closest they've been in quite a while.
Yep.
The Owls, for the better part of that first half, had the lead out around double digits. Caston tries to feed Elrod.
Very active 2-3 zone look here from Sequoias, and they're starting to build that confidence defensively. They're not necessarily killing you with pressure, but they're not letting a lot in.
Yeah, a little more urgency on the defensive end from the Giants here as they start this run. Elrod backing down.
Yep.
Double dribble.
Pinned it against his leg and then dribbled on the move. It's a double dribble.
So now the Owls starting to struggle with turnovers.
There's Big Daddy. Rusty Smith, head coach for COS.
Yeah, Rusty Smith in his 18th season at the helm in College of the Sequoias. Santos leans over the dribble. Starts a move. Good feed down low. Javance lays it in.
And the execution starting to favor COS. Timeout Citrus, and right there are the Sequoias trailing by 2.
The Owls have seen a 10-point halftime lead sliced to 2. They have the ball, 14:35 and counting remaining in the game. Orr holding up top. Starts a drive on Forsythe. Reverse layup is good. And Forsythe obviously has to be very wary of picking up the 4th foul.
I assure you that's exactly what they talked about in that timeout. Brett Lauer just does such a great job getting his guys to buy into his system and execute what he wants them to. Hey, go after Forsythe, working with three fouls. He does exactly that, gets a soft layup to go.
Fade away from Gibbs off the back iron, but Forsythe tracks down the long rebound. College of the Sequoias, second chance. High screen.
Foul.
And Forsyth setting the screen, picks up foul number 4. That is a massive call with 13:55 to go in the ballgame.
Forsyth has to come out, and he had really spearheaded the comeback here, getting buckets at the rim. And now you have to adjust. Here comes Holmes.
You look at a guy like Tristan Forsyth, and I think it's very clear that he's sort of a focal point where they run the offense and defense through him. So important for the other players on the floor. We'll see how the Giants respond. Caston, meanwhile, jacks up the long 3, rimming no. Rebound off to Johnson. Santos thought about it from Oxnard.
He probably just should have pulled the trigger on that one.
Gagliardi in the switch on Santos, who hits from 3.
And they're going to need Santos to step up in a big way. Forsyth with 4 fouls on the bench right now. You're probably not going to see him unless he gets out of hand at about the 7-minute mark.
I got an old school college basketball reference for you for Santos and Gibbs. Reminds me a little bit as Caston hits into double digits now. Caston with 10. How about Santos and Gibbs? How about if I give you old Chris Corciani and Rodney Monroe, NC State?
Wow. Well, I know there are a lot of coaches here, older coaches, that would appreciate that reference. I would have went with little Steph Curry Davis.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the runner from Gibbs, but he gets his offensive rebound, follows it up. That won't go. And the rebound tapped outside to Maduacourt. Caston on the drive, has that one blocked by Johnson, but recovered by Orr. Shot clock at 10. Orr off to Caston, splits the double team, comes up shooting, blocked by Holmes.
Another block.
So Caston denied a couple of times on that possession.
Yeah, Holmes came through, blocked the shot, then a little shoulder to Caston going up the court.
Santos off to Johnson. College of the Sequoias could tie it up with a long one. They clear out. Santos on the drive, back out to Johnson. Johnson on the baseline, a whistle, and an offensive foul. Good call, Michael. You were on that one. Not a big surprise.
He's leaning in the defender. Is Johnson on that one?
That's his 3rd foul. So you got Forsyth with 4 and Johnson now with 3.
I know they're trying to execute a play there, but Citrus knows they're trying to execute a play. They're trying to isolate on the side that we just saw Johnson on. Before they reversed the ball, Johnson had it, and he's looking to pass. He's not even turning and facing. He needs to be a player because he had the baseline wide open there.
Or dancing on the dribble on an Elrod screen. Orr in the paint, scoops it up and in.
That is a clinic of footwork down low by Orr.
Colby Orr going to the big man camp. That drop step to the left-handed scoop, 44-39.
Pete Newell would have been proud.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Gibbs to Javance.
Is an old man reference for you?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Now Orr going to pick up the foul on the defensive end.
Forearm shiver.
Trying to stay with Gibbs. That's his first. Just the second on Citrus here in the second half.
That's a good foul by Orr because I think they're trying to get into Orr physically. And he says, you know what, look, I'm going to make a statement here. I'm going to waste one right here.
Gibbs will bring it in baseline right. Johnson comes up shooting double pump off the side of the board. Gagliardi collects the rebound. Or hard drive blocked by Johnson. It'll stay with Citrus. Johnson says, listen, only one layup here in the second half for you. Let's get one. Once you get a look at the replay. Shot clock at 25. The Owls have the basketball in a 5-point lead. Side, Orr into the lane, leaner blocked, rebound on the floor, and it's Orr that fights for it and recovers. Psalm Maduacourt into the lane, fans it out, work it around, Orr open for 3, that's good.
Soup.
Colby Orr shoots 39% from long range on the season. That 3 gets the lead back out to 8 for Citrus. Javance Has Orr on him in a mismatch. Starts to back down into the lane. Good feed, but off the hands of Holmes. And Psalm Maduakor recovers the loose ball.
And this run by Citrus really the result of Forsyth going out.
Elrod going to try for a three. That one rims no.
Good late challenge there by Sequoias.
Holmes into the front court. Off to Gibbs. Gibbs drives the lane. Floater no good, and a foul on the rebound. Terrell Holmes picks up the foul, going after the rebound.
Yep.
His third foul, fifth on College of the Sequoias as a team.
You know, obviously, the Owls no stranger to being able to put points on the board. You have Elrod, Caston, but I really love what this team does defensively. It's all spearheaded by the efforts of Trayvon Watts-Hale, and you see the energy. He never stops working on defense. He gets around his offensive assignment all the time, fronting in the post.
Or hooks it out to Gagliardi for three, bang!
Gagliardi, after the opening air ball from three, has really found the range.
Yep.
Gagliardi now with 14.
4 for 6 from three-point range. Citrus back out to a double-digit lead, 50-39. It's the 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. College of the Sequoias got it back to a 2-point deficit, but the Owls have responded, and now Citrus leading by 11 with 9:25 to go. Full court pressure as Gibbs brings it up for the Giants. Gibbs around a Holmes screen. Gets it to Holmes in the low post. Down goes Elrod, and Holmes lays it up and in. Elrod trying to draw the offensive foul. No call coming.
Elrod looking to change his name to D-Box.
I see that we're moving toward a 90s theme, which I like.
We'll move up in years. Go back and forth.
Gagliardi on the clear out. Back out to Colby Orr. Orr fires for three. That's good.
Man.
Colby Orr. 53-41. This is the largest lead of the game for Citrus.
Yeah, Orr doused himself in some kerosene at halftime and lit the match here in the second.
Meanwhile, step back shot for Dwayne Holmes is good. 53-43. 8:34 and counting remaining in the game. Well, you have time if you're College of the Sequoias, but you need some stops. Orr trying again for three. Long rebound on the floor, out of bounds. It will stay with Citrus. That's a great job by Trayvon Watts-Hale. Psalm Maduakor working on the offensive glass, and Michael, you alluded to it moments ago. Great job by both of those players. I think really just getting to the floor and doing the dirty work that you need to go along, obviously, with Gagliardi and Caston and what they bring to the fore for Citrus. Fresh shot clock for Citrus. Caston, who's been quiet here in the second half. Colby Orr into the lane. They work it around. Maduakor fake, steps in. Shot barely grazed the iron. Dwayne Holmes clears the rebound.
That's terrific defense here from Sequoias.
Javance in from the right, lays it in.
Big time move.
TJ Javance with 14. That leads College of the Sequoias. 8-point lead for Citrus. Do the Giants have another run in it? Caston to Cartwright. Shot clock at 15. Obior drives on home. Shot blocked by Johnson again. Shot clock at 9. The Owls will bring it in on the baseline.
Pretty good job on the ball by Holmes, and great help coming from the weak side by Mike Johnson.
Trayvon Watts-Hale gets it into Cartwright. Shot clock down to 5. Got to hurry. Caston gets a screen from Cartwright. Ball out of bounds. Shot clock at 1 for Citrus. Now you just got to jack one up here. And that's what Orr will do. Long rebound to Watts-Hale. Maduakor missed the short shot.
Sequoias dodges a bullet there.
Holmes, little stutter step. Shot clock at 17. Well, Holmes at the top of the key. Floats it down low. Gibbs in the low post. Spins baseline. Shot blocked by Watts-Hale. Gibbs tries to force it up again. It's blocked. And a shot clock violation will give it back to Citrus. That is a great effort by Trayvon Watts-Hale.
It's a great effort, but where's the foul called? You know, Watts-Hale is into the body while the player's in the air, and Coach Rusty Smith, he's irate and with good reason.
Well, you have the feeling from the start of this one that letting him play a little bit, not a lot of fouls called.
Well, not when Forsythe was on the court. I mean, when he picked up his fourth, that was pretty ticky-tack.
Gagliardi with a big 3. That's his 5th 3 of the game. He's got 17 to lead all scorers.
Gagliardi dressing up as an Undertaker next Halloween.
He's got his hammer and nails out.
Yes, he does. He's taking the measurements right now. Measuring it from long distance, that's for sure.
Pass down low to Javance, but Watts-Hale digs it out. Steal for the Owls. Caston tries to put it on the floor.
That's a foul on Caston.
Whistle and the foul called, and this, I believe, is going to go against Mike Johnson, and if it is, that's number 4 on Johnson. So indeed, Mike Johnson with his 4th foul.
I think you got to bring back Forsythe here. 6-minute mark. You got Johnson with 4, Forsythe with 4. Look, it's win or go home. Got to empty the clip.
Timeout on the floor. 6:02 remaining in quarterfinal number 1. Citrus leading by 11.
Oh, you see Rusty talking to the referee. He's just like, how are you not giving me a call when my guy's getting bumped while he's in the air? That you're going to call a ticky-tack foul on a screen by Forsythe, which was number 4 for him to get him out. We've not seen him since, I want to say, the 11-12-minute mark. But you know, you got to call it both ways. If you're going to call the ticky-tack on us, call the ticky-tack on them. Double-digit lead here. Well, hey, shout out to everybody who's watching right now. Thank you for watching, and if you have any friends or family that maybe wants to watch, you can watch us on an Apple TV, anything with a YouTube app, SoCal College Sports 1. We are broadcasting live from Ventura College, the Athletic Event Center.
And we will be all weekend.
This is game 1
just
of day 1.
1 of 14. That's it.
6:02 remaining here, and obviously Sequoia's not out of it yet, but
well, here we'll get a look at this now. This is the play that you were talking about there, and you see Trayvon Watts-Hale, a little bit of a lean in there, gets a piece of the ball on the way up, but questionable about whether or not there was some body contact there that maybe could have been drawn a foul call.
He's bodying into the to his offensive player. So I mean, I think you have a case to be made that there should be a foul called, but there also is a case based on some of the play that we've seen where you just let it play on.
Tristan Forsythe,
back in.
Get a good look at him on your screen, has returned. He is playing with 4 fouls. Mike Johnson also for College of the Sequoias on the floor with 4 fouls. So, Michael, you and Rusty Smith on the same page on that one. Colby Orr, who has ignited this offense in the second half.
He was my assistant in college.
Caston, hard drive to the glass, reverse is good. Well, Caston's had a quiet second half, but he still pulls out a dagger on the drive and score. He's got 12 in the game.
Anyone who scores 48 in a game pretty good at finishing. See it right there.
58-45. The Owls match their largest lead of the game at 13. Gibbs off to Forsythe. Forsythe pounds the dribble.
Oh, yeah, Johnson.
Gibbs on the cut, but Cartwright gets a hand in. Steal for the Owls. Gagliardi transition three. Might have been partially blocked.
Yeah.
The officials will get together, and indeed it will stay with Citrus. 5:03 to go.
Yeah, Wattell let that one go out of bounds, but he knows Gagliardi isn't going to show another air ball here in this game. It had to be tipped, and that was exactly the case. Here comes Elrod.
Gagliardi has hit 5 threes in this one. Or around an Elrod screen. Shot clock at 15, and the Owls content to take some time. 7 on the shot clock. Caston comes up shooting from 18 off the back iron. Holmes tracks down the long rebound.
Wattell, what a dog. Love it.
Javance working on Gagliardi. Finds Jarrell Holmes. 16-footer is good for Jarrell Holmes.
I mean, it's a tough shot.
58-47. The Owls just make you earn it.
They really do.
Elrod open for 3. That's good.
It's called the coffin nail right there from Elrod. He had 12 at the half.
His first points of the second half. He's got 15. And the Owls lead it by 14 as we wind under 4 minutes to go. Holmes gets the roll.
Great turn and face, good recognition, but probably too little, too late here.
Holmes with 4, 61-49. Orr working against pressure, kicks it out. Gagliardi for 3, in and out.
Citrus
Rebound to Javance.
goes after the jugular.
As a team, they average over 33-point attempts a game. And yeah, 3:32 to go, up 12. Listen, if the shot's there, we're taking it.
Yeah.
And 3:32, that's a lot of time for 12 in a 12-point game.
And COS has the players to get back into this in a hurry. Surprised we have not seen Santos for a little while.
Sean Gibbs off to Javance. They clear out. Javance driving on Gagliardi. Leans back, foul called. Javance going to head to the line. And, well, I'll tell you, neither team has spent much time at all on the line in this game.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got College of the Sequoias just 4 of 5 from the line as a team. Meanwhile, Citrus, 3 of 3.
Well, it goes back to what I was talking about before. In possessions, when they're fronted, they're not trying to reestablish and put the onus on the referees. They're kind of relenting, and you just can't have that because Citrus is just going to pound. They're going to bully you until you make an adjustment.
Javance with 15 points in the game to go along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Second free throw in the air, no good.
Lane violation.
So Javance getting another opportunity. I'm going to say I believe Saul Maduakor a little early into the lane. So Javance, who shoots 41%, will get another opportunity, but a timeout on the floor. You're watching the quarterfinals, the 3C2A men's and women's basketball championship all weekend here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. TJ Javance with one more free throw coming. 3:21 to go. First of 4 games for you here today in the 3C2A Men's Basketball Championship on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And short with the second. Tries to tip that one away. The ball is loose. Javance still fighting for it, and he's got it.
It's off of Gagliardi.
What an effort from TJ Javance. 61-50. The Giants have the basketball, but they trail by 11. Gibbs leans over the dribble. Now has Gagliardi in a switch. Gibbs backing down in a reach-in on Elrod.
And they just need more of that. Look, if they're going to give up that type of position, that was a poor defensive set for Citrus. They're up by 11, 3:04 to go. You're going to get back into this one at the free throw line. You need to chip away.
Gibbs free throw up and good.
More importantly, you got to make your free throws. And Gibbs good on the first.
79% on the season for Gibbs. Hits them both. So Gibbs with 6 in the game, but he has really struggled against this Owls defense. Keyshawn Gibbs, who averages over 16 points a game, outstanding offensive player, 1 of 15 from the floor, and I think that is as strong a testament as you can give to the kind of defense that the Owls can play. Stutter step for Caston, and Gibbs with the reach-in foul is going to send Josh Caston to the line.
Yeah.
And again, for those who weren't here at the top, Caston in the victory over Long Beach City College in round 3, 29 free throw attempts in the game. I think these two teams would have to be out there for about 6 more halves to get that many free throws combined.
Combined for both teams, the player that had 29 the entire game for himself.
With the way that this one has been called, which I think is safe to say has been a little more of a physical presence. Danny Yee, Matt Diddy, Fred Rahanian, the officials. For this one, 63-52 after Caston hits both free throws. Thanks. Johnson tries to split the double team, and it's Maduakor. Nope, it's going to be Caston who picks up the foul. Well, both teams in the penalty now.
After this.
Is that 6 or?
That's 6.
All right, they're very fast on the scoreboard. We're not used to this kind of speed on the scoreboards in our coverage. 6 team fouls on non-shooting foul, and Citrus will bring it in. Gibbs gets it back. Drives the lane. Gibbs hangs in the air and scores. So Keyshawn Gibbs now with 8. 63-54. 9-point lead for the Owls. 2:17 and counting in the game. Gagliardi for 3. That's good. Gagliardi with 6 threes. He's got 20. 66-54, and it's tough if you're College of the Sequoias, Mike. You got to put some pressure on there, but you run the risk of leaving a guy like Sam Gagliardi open for 3, and he knocks it down. Miller steps into a 3. That's no good. Excuse me, that was Holmes. Jarrell Holmes. Meanwhile, Orr misses on the layup. Rebound fought for. It's out of bounds, going back to College of the Sequoias.
Chaffee, Fresno City coming up after this, and that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, speaking of making your hotel reservations in advance, Fresno City back again.
They did not bring the women with them this time. Sequoias, the only team to have both teams in the finals here.
Gibbs step back jumper rattles in. So Keyshawn Gibbs starting to get it going here in the final moments. Still a 10-point lead though for Citrus. Saul Maduakor. Hands off to Colby Orr. And now the Owls can run some clock. 1:15 and counting. Caston. Turnaround shot no good. Holmes keeps it alive. Off to Javance. Dwayne Holmes drives the lane, kicks it out. Johnson for 3. That's good. 66-59. 7-point game. 58.8 to go. Timeout on the floor. You're watching the men's quarterfinals, the 3C2A basketball championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 66-59. The Owls with the 7-point lead. Mike Johnson hits from 3 for College of the Sequoias to pull the Giants within 7. Orr fouled in the backcourt by Dwayne Holmes. That will send Colby Orr, who, if memory serves, Michael, was scoreless in the first half. 75%
with a double figures
from the
down.
line on the season, or with 10 points.
He's really the difference
in
in
the
this
game.
one. That stretch that he had. And he's only 4 of 12 from the field, but man, so effective here in the second half. Really got it going. He's going to propel this team to the semis.
Averages 11 points a game. Does Orr, mainly coming off the bench, doesn't get the roll on the first free throw. Sequoia's in a hurry. Gibbs still pounding the dribble. Looking for an opening, wants Javance down low, and a foul on Trayvon Watts-Hale, holding Javance. Citrus in the penalty, and they'll send Javance to the line, and you wonder if there's a tiny bit of design to that, with Javance only shooting 41% from the line. So it's hard to imagine if you're Citrus that you want to stop the clock for any reason. Javance 3 of 4 from the line tonight, 15 in the game. And he misses the first. Rebound tapped outside, or giving chase. It's out of bounds off of College of the Sequoias. So the Owls get it back, 43.1 to go. Gagliardi fouled immediately by Keshawn Gibbs. Gagliardi, 78% from the line, averages a little under 13 a game. He's got 12 points in the second half, 6 of 10 from three-point range in this one. Roy Salinas will check into the game, and Rusty Smith. They're playing a little offense-defense here, and needs Salinas long-range shooting.
Need some bombers out there for sure.
Gagliardi's free throw is up and good. And again, the winner of this one meets the winner of Game 3 today, Santa Monica City College of San Francisco.
The Cinderelli. Played in a playing game
Yes,
at Santa Monica?
Our David and Goliath, if we've got one, I think in this weekend. And it'll be fascinating to see.
David's going to bring some family members, that's for sure.
Yeah, Santa Monica, what they can do. Gibbs on the drive, has that one blocked by Maduakor. Rebound out to Colby Orr. That should pretty well do it. Orr will head to the line, 30 seconds to go in the game. And the Owls with another good defensive play, blocking the shot of Gibbs on the drive. And they draw the foul, and now Orr to the line. Orr coolly hits the first free throw. Well, a little bit of a tough call there for you, Michael. We're talking a little player of the game on each side. Orr in the second half, but Gagliardi sharp shooting, 22 points to lead all scorers.
Honestly,
some good candidates here.
I think it's Trayvon Watts-Hale, my player of the game.
Yep. Trayvon Watts-Hale, his energy.
He is the engine of the defense that makes this go. Look, this is a team that has players that knows how to score, but their defense is what's going to propel them to the next round.
I'd say after all these years, look at how I just don't know you. Think I've got the call, and you go off the board with a different pick. Certainly for College of the Sequoias, T.J. Javance, 15 points, 7 rebounds, an outstanding effort, and his work really keeping College of the Sequoias in the game as they battled foul trouble and a very good Citrus Owls team throughout here. But their season is going to come to an end.
How about I go
in the
co-player of the game?
quarterfinals?
I go Gagliardi and Trayvon Watts-Hale. I mean, Gagliardi was so good. Colby Orr, obviously, in the second half he was very good, but player of the game the entirety. The defense never stopped for Trayvon, and Gagliardi pouring it on. He has 20.
Now, for those who have not joined us before, we're going to step aside here very briefly here in quarterfinal number 1, rejoin you for quarterfinal number 2 you walk through a little bit about how the players are on the site?
So not on the site yet. They're on the 3C2A website. If you go to CCCAAsports.org, there is a Tournament Central page, and they will have the links to each individual event. This is a channel that will be streaming. And if you want to stay tuned to everything that's going on throughout the weekend, subscribe to the channel. You will be notified via email and your phone as well.
And you can always find all of our games live and archived on our YouTube channel,
SoCal College Sports 1.
Absolutely. 70-59, the final score. Citrus College moves on to the semifinals, where they will await the winner of Santa Monica and City College San Francisco a little bit later today. We'll come back with Fresno City and Chaffey, quarterfinal number 2. You are watching the 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.